there. Welcome back to our, sort of Will and Susan series of videos. Because as you know, we're getting into phase 2 of reopening of many things. And even small companies like us have had to think about what a return to work looks like. And for us, it's a backyard where we get to stay roughly 2 meters apart and shoot videos again. So today we wanted to chat about something that's pretty top of mind, which is what does crisis communications look like? Because we're in post-pandemic times, and no matter what you say, it can be held against you. And we've been really spending some time working it out. So we have a model, right?
Yes.
It's a 6-step model, and the first step is
The first step is for communicating right now is, and bear with me on this, it is you got to have some balls, but you don't want to be a dick. And what that means is people want you to take a stand now, right? That's the message we're hearing. We want to know what you as a brand represent, what you think. So really take some time to think about what you do think and what you do want to say. But, it's a fine line between having some balls and being
don't
called
let
a
that
dick.
head get too big.
Right.
Whoopsies.
Yeah.
And then the second thing to think about in this thing is really about building that body of work. So no one's going to listen to you if you go out and have these ginormous opinion pieces unless you've got something that people can go back to and be like, here's why this person's an expert. So build that body of work at its most basic. That's some type of web page which you build for yourself with a bunch of things that are relevant to you, and someone is able to find you when they Google you. So that's the point of it. The third point is having a bit of a voice.
Having a bit of a voice, yes. So, whether that means actually, as much as you want it to seem natural and off the cuff, you really do need to figure out what you want to say, think it through fully. We like to scenario plan as well. It's like, I'm going to say this, and if people react this way, I'm going to say this. If people react this way, I'm going to say that.
That's right.
But it really is, again, it goes back to the having some balls. You've got to figure out what it is you want to say and not be afraid to use your voice.
Yeah, just really sweating that messaging, like you like to say. And then I guess that brings us to point number 4, which is the key messaging, or like you said, controlling that narrative. And one of our favorite examples is Justin Trudeau from, the first elections, in which no matter what question you asked, his answer was always the same 2 things: support X and support Y. And it's really masterful to watch when people get that right, where it doesn't feel contrived or doesn't feel like you're just parroting something that someone said to you, but you're like truly bringing the message back to your narrative.
Exactly. That is really controlling the narrative.
That
is a real master. People who do that well are definite aces in that.
For sure. And then what is the next one? The next one is the actual pitch and the placement. This is your zone of genius. It's like you can have all the messaging in the world, you can have all the perfect thoughts, but unless someone's featuring you, it doesn't count.
Right. No, and that is figuring out your channel and how you are going to get your message out. And, if you do decide you want it to be via a podcast, if you do decide you want it to be written, it's showing up and consistently doing it. It's not going to be easy at first. No one might notice at first, but if you're consistent and you keep true to your messaging and your narrative and you keep saying it, Susan always says, you're going to get way sick of what you're saying.
That's true.
Way before everyone out there is going to get sick of hearing it. So figuring out how you want to communicate this, what channel you want to communicate on, and just being true to that consistency.
And that 2-way conversation, knowing that you have to be on the other side of it. It's not just about your properties, you have to be on other people's properties, lending your wisdom and expertise. And the last thing is the measurement. How do you really know if something's working unless you're measuring it? It's easy to get lost in the details of the metrics and the stuff out there, but like stay away from the vanity metrics and really be like, this effort yielded this result, and make it goals based. And then a simple matter of doing what works and doing less of what doesn't work, right? So that's the 6-step process. We're putting out a report later this week. If you would like to have the report, I love the name of the report, Will. We're calling it Fuck Funnels, Build Flywheels, and I particularly like the tagline, which is that it's a post-pandemic, neo-civil war, post-apocalyptic communication framework, because we're all here right now. This is the dystopian future.
We don't love over exaggerating at all. No.
Hyperbole is not for us.
No.
All right, thank you, and drop us a DM if you want the report.